Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're an apprentice, you definitely know the grind of trying to log your off-the-job training hours. Well, today we're going to walk through a workflow using Notebook LM that is a complete game changer. Seriously, does this sound familiar? You know, it's the end of the month, you're looking at a totally blank logbook, and you have to somehow remember every single training you did, every quick mentoring chat, every little piece of learning from weeks ago. It's a massive headache, right? So, before we jump into the solution, let's just quickly set the stage and break down the problem. What exactly is off-the-job training, and why on earth is it such a pain to track?
Okay, so here's the official definition. The phrases to really focus on here are new learning and distinct from productive job duties. This is the actual statutory requirement, and it's this exact distinction that makes logging so tricky. You're always asking, was that project meeting just work, or was it new learning? That's the core question. And this really is the old way of doing things. It's basically a memory test. You're just expected to recall everything, and let's be honest, it's almost a guarantee that you are missing out on valuable hours just because you forgot about some random shadowing session or a quick mentoring call that happened weeks ago.
But what if we could just flip that entire process on its head? This is where the AI-powered solution comes into play. We're going to go from a really difficult memory test to a super simple verification task. And here's the big idea. Instead of you hunting down all those hours, you let an AI assistant, in this case Notebook LM, do all the heavy lifting. It scans your digital paper trail and just hands you a list of potential training hours. So your job isn't to remember anymore, it's simply to confirm. So, what can Notebook LM really do for you? Well, it can sift through your calendars and notes to find valid OTJ. It'll filter out the stuff that clearly doesn't count. It'll even generate what we call a confidence score to help you decide. And then it'll export a draft log right into Google Sheets for you. It's the whole workflow, start to finish. All right, so you're probably wondering, how do I actually make this happen? Let's walk through the practical four-step workflow you'll use to put your new AI assistant to work. And honestly, it really is this simple. First, you gather your sources, your digital trail. Then, you apply a few best practices to make the AI's job a little easier. Third, you use a special prompt to generate all the data. And finally, you just review the output. Let's break each of those down. First up, you've got to feed the machine. So you'll upload things like transcripts from Teams or Zoom, any work diaries you keep, and of course, your calendar exports. Now here is a super crucial tip. Do not just take a screenshot of your calendar. You have to go into your calendar's list view, which turns it all into text, and save that as a PDF. That makes the data perfectly readable for the AI. Okay, step 2 is all about helping the AI help you. Just look at the difference here. Catch up with Sarah is so vague, right? But mentoring session project planning basics uses keywords like mentoring that the system can instantly flag as potential OTJ. A tiny change in how you label your meetings makes a huge difference here. And now for the magic. Once all your sources are uploaded, you use this specific prompt. And this isn't just a casual question, it's a really precise set of instructions telling Notebook LM exactly what to find, what to ignore, and exactly how to format the output table. This prompt is really the engine of the whole system. Okay, Notebook LM has done its job and generated a table for you. But this is where you step back in. And remember, the AI only suggests, you decide. You are always the final judge. And this confidence score is basically your guide to making those decisions fast. If the score is high, it's probably got words like training or learning in it, so it's a safe bet. Medium flags those gray areas, like mentoring, that need a second look. And low suggests it's likely just a routine work meeting, but hey, still worth a quick glance just in case. So for anything that comes back as medium or low, just run it through this quick 3-point test in your head. Ask yourself, 1, was it new learning? 2, was it relevant to my knowledge, skills, and behaviors, my KSBs? And 3, was it distinct from my normal day-to-day work? If you can answer yes to all 3, then boom, it counts. It's that simple. Okay, we've covered the what and the how. Now let's get down to actually putting this into practice as soon as you're done here. The most important thing is to just give it a try. So here's your action plan. Export last month's calendar as that list view PDF we talked about, upload it, run the prompt we just went over, and just see what it finds. You've got nothing to lose and, potentially a lot of hours to gain. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. When you shift from that stressful memory test to a simple verification task,
You are almost certainly going to uncover these little hidden learning moments that you totally forgot about. So the only real question is, how many unclaimed hours are just sitting there waiting in your calendar right now?